Now, if your child was talking, but he has lost words as of recent month or recent years, today I want to give you 5 reasons which might be the reason why your child has lost words and what you can do. The first reasons why many children speak at 2 years, 3 years, but you find that 4 years, 5 years, the child has lost a speech. Most of the time, from the many parents I've interacted with, it's actual reduced brain stimulations. You see, the brain of a child learns better how to communicate, how to talk, the more he talks with others. Now you find in many parents I interacted with that I still even interact with, they tell you they expose their children most of the time after when they are 2 years, 3 years to too much screen. And as a result, because this is a passive stimulations, the brain lost the real stimulations it needed from the real interaction, from face-to-face interaction, praying and reading with other people. So when the brain of a child loses those stimulations, the parts responsible for speech, communication, interaction in the brain stops developing. So what should you do as a result? Stop screen. You want your child now to come back to speaking. I know many parents who stopped screen and their children came back to speaking because the parents stopped screen. Instead, they replaced it with real life face-to-face communication, encouraging eye contact with their children throughout the day. The second reason why many children lose speech or words when they were talking before is actually autism or another neurodevelopmental condition. You see, some children actually talk from 1 year, 2 years, 2.5 years, but because of changes in the developmental, in the brain development, some children end up regressing and lose words. So in that case, what I always advise parents, seek assessment, seek a developmental assessment as soon as possible, because by analyzing what is it behind my child's not being able to speak, is it autism, is it a normal speech delay, is it maybe Down syndrome or whatever. So you need to know what is it behind this regression into talking. So what I always advise for a parent who have got their child was speaking before, but now they have lost words and they have not exposed them to screen, is to take their children for developmental assessment. You can bring him at Kunga or any other nearest place where you can get a professional assessment. The third reason why many children lose words when they were talking before is actually that the children got hearing problems. So some children, you find the reason why they're actually not talking is because they are not hearing the speech clearly. So in that way, what you advise a parent is to have a hearing assessment, because the first step, what I can always say for speech, is actually hearing, because the child has to hear. The auditory centers have to record that sound and send it to the temporal cortex to be processed, and the meaning get attached there, so the child can know what I'm hearing is this. So maybe the reason why your child is not talking is because he's not actually even hearing. So the first step for every child, if your child is not talking, is actually to get his hearing assessment. So the fourth sign why many children end up losing words or speech, yet they were talking at 2 years, 3 years, is actually that there was lack of daily communication opportunities. This is where we say, talk with your child while bathing, talk with your child while eating, talk with your child while cooking, talk with your child as much as possible. Comment on different things. He has opened the door. You open the door. The boy is running. Oh, the boy is running. So those different opportunities, many children actually end up not developing their speech because many opportunities which they needed to develop speech were wasted. So if there's one of the things you need to do if your child has lost speech or words, you've done a hearing test, it's okay. You've never exposed him to screen, then what I can tell you, start talking with your child as much as you can. The fifth reason why many children lose speech when they were talking before is actually the child having chronic stress and limited interaction. Many children, you find he's always under gut issues. And when gut is having issues, definitely it affects attention. And more important also, you find the gut also get issues because of sometimes sensory overload. So when a child is exposed to more sensory information that's disrupting the whole entire nervous system, putting it into a survival mode, the child finds himself in a constant stress mode and even not sleeping. So it will be very difficult, and I even don't know how you would expect a child who sleeps only 1 hour in the night every day, how you would expect that child to speak, because what his brain is putting as a priority as of now is not actually talking. It's how to survive so that his internal nervous system can calm down. So if your child has stopped talking and you've done some intervention and you've got some improvement, I want you to comment below. There might be someone who might be helped by your comment.